Simone Biles pulls out of the team gymnastic. There's a lot of people criticizing her. There's a lot of people calling her a quitter. And I think they're wrong. Michael Phelps has even come out and talking about how he's felt the pressure of being an Olympian, the pressure of breaking records, the pressure of greatness. And Simone Biles, she competes in a crazy, crazy sport. We could only imagine or dream of doing some of the stuff that she has. She has over like 4 moves named after her because she is so great. She's the only one that could do those moves. She's an amazing athlete. That goes, I don't even have to say that. Everyone knows that. So for her to withdraw from the Olympics, withdraw from events, is just, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of wherewithal. It takes a lot of self-realization to say, you know what? I don't got it today. I'm not in the right mental space. I could potentially hurt myself or hurt my team if I go out there. And why would I do that when, I could just take a deep breath, gather myself and say, you know what? I am not in the right space to compete right now. I don't want to hurt myself. I want to take a step back and let you guys compete. You guys, and also there's a lot of tension that goes with someone that's not feeling well. You're always worried for them. You're always kind of concerned. So I think she also showed, there are people that are saying that she lacked respect. She didn't care about her team. I think that's the opposite. She cared so much for her teammates. When she exited the vault, she straight up went to her teammate, told them, you guys enjoy it. You guys are going to be just fine. This is your guys' first time at the Olympics, so make sure you guys enjoy it. Do a great job. And that shows leadership. That shows the type of person that she is, and I applaud her for that. I wish her the best. I wish her, that she gets back to that bright energy that she has. Like, even if you just watched the Olympics and you saw her getting ready to compete, she looked uncomfortable. She looked nervous. She looked like she was kind of doing this. She was kind of doing all these movements. She kind of had her head felt kind of tight. It just didn't look like she was enjoying herself. And I've seen past competitions of Simone Biles where she has a smile that could light up the whole arena. Her energy is unmatched. You could just kind of feel like an aura coming out of her. You're like, damn, this girl just has the most energy out of anyone. She knows that she's a star. The way she walks is just with a lot of confidence. She just exuberates confidence and energy and passion, and it's just an amazing thing to see. That's part of the Simone Biles spectacle. Just the way she carries herself, the bigger than life persona. So when you see her getting ready for competitions, you see her not landing her moves. She kind of stumbles a little bit. She doesn't have the same energy. Her face is not, the typical Simone Biles smile with great energy. You start to sense that there was something wrong. You start to sense that, okay, like what's going on here? Why is she not the usual Simone Biles? And sure enough, we found out that she's struggling. She's going through something. She doesn't feel right, and she needs to take some time. She needs to take some space. And after all she's gone through, we've with the U.S. Olympics, scandal with the coach that got sentenced for, abusing players and abusing young women. She was in that. She led the way. She voiced. She said, I was part of that too. I was one of the girls. I was one of the women that, got affected by this. That personally got affected by this. And she said she wasn't just competing for herself. She was competing for others. She was competing to, keep the conversation going so that wouldn't just be put in the back burner and forgotten about. She was competing for more than herself. So with all of that, for her to still just be able to say, you know what, I can't do this. I'm going to take a step back. She also said she got the twisties. So that's very dangerous. I think that's when the twisties, I think they said that's when you just kind of lose yourself, when you're the mind-body disconnect. That's what the twisties are. Can be dangerous even for someone as Simone Biles. Yeah. So they're basically saying you have to be there 100% or 120%, because if you're not the slightest bit, you can get hurt. So yeah, I saw that when she was doing the vault. One of the people that's commentating for NBC past gymnastics said that Simone Biles kind of got lost in the air, which kind of means I think her body wasn't in the right movement. She kind of it wasn't all like one fluid movement. That's what I kind of understood from that. And gymnastics, that's one dangerous sport. Like, we all know football is a dangerous sport, rugby is a dangerous sport, boxing, taekwondo, you're getting hit. But gymnastics, if you guys see the way that body's turning, the way that your neck is moving, the possibility of landing on the ground with that much force, with that much inertia, and just not landing correctly, like, you could get paralyzed easily if you're not concentrated. If you're thinking about something else, and it did look like Simone Biles was not 100% there. Like I said, if you've seen her before, I'm not even talking about like if you're an avid gymnastic follower. Like, if you've just seen her on Twitter, because everyone's seeing Simone Biles. She's a worldwide renowned star. She's the greatest gymnastic of all time. So I'm sure all of you, or most of you, have seen her, whether Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You actually follow gymnastics like that, Olympics, World Championships. You have definitely seen her. You know how she carries herself. You know the smile that she carries. You know the energy that just exuberates off her. You could tell that there's something off with her. So I applaud her, and I wish Simone Biles to get better. I wish her the best. She's 24 years old, so this might be the last Olympics. Selfishly, for fans of her, for others, we wanted to see her break records. We wanted her to get gold medals. We wanted her star to be even bigger. That was, the selfish part of us. We all wanted that. But the human part of us, the fellow American part of us, the fan of her, we're all just happy that she, is taking this step away, that she's focusing on her mental health, and we all wish her the best. And I wish Simone Biles the best. I wish she gets better. I applaud her for, shedding more light on mental health. These women, man, this year they've taken that step. They've taken that light and just shined it on mental health, and I can't applaud them for that. I think in the future we're gonna look back at 2021 and just say, like, damn, that was a turning point. That's when we started really acknowledging mental health in sports and not just diminishing it or shoving it to the side and making it insignificant. 2021 was the year, and we could thank Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka for really putting the light in the Olympics and in a Grand Slam tournament like the French Open, with so much stuff on the line. Like, Naomi, she could have, got another Grand Slam, just cemented that start of her tennis career, just really just, taking the reins, be the star of tennis, win another Grand Slam in clay. Simone Biles, she could have broken so many records, tied so many records, just completely just be the greatest ever. If she's not already the greatest ever, but she could have just, like, there would have been no argument for anybody else. She could have tied a bunch of other records, not just in gymnastics, but overall. She could have just dominated everything. And she was like, nope, I'm going to worry about myself first. None of these records. I'm gonna compete on my own time, on my own health. And I think we could all applaud for that. That takes a lot of courage. So shout out to Simone Biles. Shout out to Naomi Osaka.